Coach, it appeared like the focus was a lot better, maybe later in the ball game. How do you feel like your team kind of responded to the challenge tonight that you put in front of them?
I thought we did. I thought we had. I thought we played a good game against a really good team. Although I did think we had several missed opportunities, like balls we just barely missed by a little bit, or deals where we got pressure on just by a little bit. You know, just runs that we almost broke through, but got tackled just by a little bit. I think we got to get better at that. NC State plays extremely hard, and that's kind of why their build is kind of the hot team that they are. You know, people have talked about them on both sides of the ball with a lot of admiration, and I certainly have that. You know, but we were proud of how our guys worked, and we've been working extremely hard, and we worked hard tonight, so I was proud to see that. We were more consistent tonight. We're not there yet. You know, at the end, which a lot of teams get sloppy at the end. I don't really want to be one of those teams, but, you know, we didn't do anything on offense on a drive that we could have finished the game. And then we gave up the big explosive on a drive defensively that could have finished the game. And then, the hands team was awful. But, but you know, this is a really good football team. And they're going to beat a lot of people, NC State is. And so I was proud of our guys taking the step from last week to this week.
What did you see from Will tonight, and where specifically do you still want to see him improve to this point?
I think he just has to get better overall. I thought he improved in the pocket this week. I thought he took command of the offense and, was kind of able to keep the energy going throughout the game. Had some very key plays. Had some near misses. I'd like him to not have the near misses, which those are typically footwork, but, the defense is trying to screw with your footwork because, as in, hey, put your feet there and we'll hit you, you see. And but no, I think he's improving, and I think the more he gets tuned in with his receivers, the better it is.
Coach, along those lines, it seemed like Will got in a rhythm that next to last drive of the first half. I think he was 2 of 2 on third downs, completed the fourth down play to Polk. Anything different you saw on that drive, or was it just more urgency?
I just thought we played together better, and I thought we did a better job of pushing the ball downfield. And, and there were some situations I thought we should have attacked them more. But they're a team that's been good at generating pressure, and so we wanted, try to keep everything afloat in the drive, but then they just end up choking up on you. And so as we started to push it downfield, we had a lot more space to work.
You guys had some bad punts there early on to kind of put your defense in a tough spot. What do you feel that your defensive unit did on those couple drives and then throughout the game to kind of keep you guys in it?
I thought they did a really good job mixing it up. I thought both sides of our line of scrimmage did good. I thought the defensive line and the offensive line, controlled the line of scrimmage. I thought our D-line, even if they didn't always get to him, did a good job of affecting their quarterback. And then I think our offensive line was able to, work through any problems, at least in a better fashion than we did last time. I thought we protected pretty well. I think we can run block a little better, but they load up the box and try to keep you out of there the best they can. And then so I thought we improved at both of those positions, which are probably the two most critical ones.
North Carolina State came in wanting to run the ball. What was your defense doing to really string out those rushing plays, particularly from the sweeps and edge plays?
Well, yeah, we did a pretty good job, I thought, of disguising it. We'd bring people up. Maybe we're coming, maybe we're not. And then the other thing is we had some pressures from the inside, and we'd twist outside to it too. I did think we did a really good job tackling on the perimeter, and I'll be honest with you, not just our team, but their team as well. Both teams, I thought, tackled better than I'd seen on film. I thought NC State really tackled well. I'm taking a little comfort in knowing that we're we're definitely going to play some teams that don't tackle as well as NC State. They may or may not be more talented, but they won't tackle as well as NC State, most of them.
Going back to the bowl game last year, Tulu just continues to be a weapon for you guys on special teams and things. Of course, it kind of gets the spark going tonight. Just what makes him so good on these kick returns?
Well, I think the whole unit, first and foremost, because we do a good job blocking that unit. And as you look at that return, we did block it well. The other thing, he's decisive. I've always thought kickoff return, your best kickoff returner is the guy that can hit full speed really fast and is courageous enough to, hit the slot that you're trying to create with whatever blocking scheme you have. And he's all of that. And then when he gets with full momentum, on the safety guys, he's good at making them miss while he's full stride. And he did a really good job weak hipping the one guy, when he was, once he started to finish it out, weak hip, the guy's pursuing this way, he's going straight and then attacks, the one that he can't redirect. So I thought he did a really good job of that, and I thought that definitely created some momentum for our team, which, to be honest with you, I thought we hung on to the whole game.
To kind of go back to the defense a little bit, Jet Johnson came in tonight, the Tupelo product, and had a very solid ball game to us up there in the press box at the linebacker spot. Can you talk about him and the preparation coming up to this week in practice and how he's developed?
Yeah, he's had two really good games. Well, what he does, one thing he does, which is so difficult to create, you guys won't even write about it because it sounds so simple and you'll think it's crazy, but if it's easy, anybody could do it. Jet Johnson does a great job being the same guy every single day, every single play, so then there's a reliability on that. There's a consistency to that. And as a result, everybody, if he's twisting with somebody, they always know where he's going to be. If he's blitzing with somebody, they always know where he's going to be. And he always hits at the same speed, full speed. And, guys like that the NFL's full of them, The NFL's full of Jet Johnsons, guys that aren't the biggest, aren't the fastest, but are great football players. And that's kind of what he is. And it starts with being the same guy every play. So it becomes something you can rely on, something you can game plan around, something you can expect every time. But you get the occasionally great guy. He does some play that, few other people can do. But, he only does it one every 7 times. So, well, pretty soon you're off the field. Can't convert third downs. They get third downs because the guy's in the wrong place. Can't rely on it, And, you got to get like Coach Lamonis, I'm sure him and Coach Polk like people on the bases. Yeah, home runs are awesome, but so they're a lot better with people on the bases, and you got to be able to do that.
Coach, going back to the decision to go for it on 4th down, you really hadn't separated yet, and Will had a few near misses. What kind of gave you the confidence to make the call there, and what do you think it does not only for his confidence but your offense's confidence moving forward?
I wondered if I should have gone for it on 4th a couple other times. Well, I guess you start with the fact I hate punting, and I feel like a failure every time I do. And, we were in there, and so then you kind of balance what do you get out of the punt, what do you get if you don't get it, just how much are those extra, I can't remember where we were, but 15 yards worth, Now, he might pin them back, might drop it in there perfect, but, and then your likelihood of getting it, because that had been a good drive, and we were right on the threshold of, all kinds of stuff breaking open. We had a few plays and guys made catches on it. Dylan made a catch, Austin made a catch, Jameer made a catch, where if we just put it on them, those guys are going to run a long, long ways. And, a long ways. And we got to just kind of fine-tune some of that because, those 3 plays alone I'm describing are probably worth 100 yards. And, there's one to Wally that we missed him. we had pressure for sure, but that'd be a bunch of yards. Yeah, you just gotta keep refining it, and a portion of it is kind of like Jet Johnson does. You always know where he's going to be, when he's going to be there, how he's going to be there. And if we get everybody else like that, then all of a sudden you hit it, and so it goes. But yeah, there's a lot of good things, and we did improve today.
Coach, Dylan Johnson was your team's leading rusher and receiver tonight. Last week he had a fumble, kind of a rough game, but how important was it for him to be a weapon in the passing game like he was tonight?
I thought it was pretty important. He's been doing it a lot in practice, so it didn't stun me. I mean, just like I said on that one play, and it was a great catch, and it kept the drive going. He laid out for the sucker. But if we'd put it on him, then he gets another 40 yards, No, he's been right there. I guess I kind of view Dylan, and I didn't think he played as well last week as he's capable of. I find Dylan to be a little bit more of a surprise to others that aren't, watching the film and the practices every day, because he's really been doing some great things since the start of camp. I mean, good to the point where, if you say, all right, who's the best running back, I can't even tell you. It's either him or Woody, but I don't know which one it is. And, Woody had a better game last week, and Woody didn't play bad at all this week either. Just, the ball finds you at certain times,
We'll wrap it up with Sept, and we'll bring the players in.
Coach, with Malik after his touchdown, I saw you go over to him on the bench. What was that conversation like with him, and what does it mean to kind of get him going after missing last week?
The biggest thing is he's really got some ability and does some good things. The biggest thing is consistency, and that he executed that in a contested part of the game, a tight part of the game, against one of the ACC's more respected corners, and he had great technique. Had really good technique, and I go whole practices and don't see him do it with that good as good a technique as he had on that play. But he had really good technique on that play. We need a game to do it all the time, because then if he does it all the time, then quarterbacks are like dogs. I mean, if you throw them a treat, then they respond. They get smiles on their face, their tails wag, and then pretty soon they'll be a little more affectionate towards you as far as throwing the ball your direction. You see, and Malik needs to keep giving Will treats so he conditions him to throw the ball his direction a little more often. So Malik doesn't need to be so stingy on his technique, then he'll probably get more balls.